What's up, gamers? Welcome to the Watkins Glen Hall 2024 edition. For myself, I added these 7 124s to my collection over the weekend at Watkins Glen and the vendor tents in downtown Watkins Glen. So, not going to be as long as last year's. If you can remember that one, that hall had 18 Watkins Glen Diecast and 2 extra pre-orders that I had come in during that weekend. If you haven't seen that yet, definitely go take a look at that video. Doesn't matter if you do it before or after this video. It's not like you're going to get spoiled of anything, at least as far as I know. But I will tell you, it's a lot longer than this one's going to be, and a lot shorter this year, and less diecast for sure for this year. But you'll understand why once I go through all of them, because there's some pretty good ones in here, pretty rare ones. So definitely stay tuned here, and yeah, let's dive right into this one. So starting from the year 2003, I only have one of these. It is Michael Waltrip's Cat in the Hat Aaron's, which we call this, the 99 Busch Series car. So let me get this out of the box off camera, because I cannot do it in that one, my light box thingy here, because it'll be like very crammed in there. Alright, got it out of the box, and let's take a look at this one. Alright, so this one's a pretty sweet car. Ironic, I was looking at this one for a little while on eBay, but I ended up finding it at the Glen. So that's better than I could have imagined right there. So thought I might as well pick it up while it's here. And here it is. So, and I actually like this game. I saw it on, I think, a Discord chat, and I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool, with the cat in the hat, and the design as well, the little dark red kind of thing, pattern back here, makes it look cool, the white stripes as well, pretty sweet design, and we're not going to go over the sponsors or anything, because that's going to take a little bit longer. I did the same thing last year, so it's just a little look around of the car and everything. That's pretty much all I'm doing. But yeah, this is the 99, Michael Waltrip in the Busch Series when he ran the 99 car. Back in the early 2000s, obviously. And it's a pretty sweet one to add to the collection. Especially because I don't think a lot of people know about this one. Because I've rarely ever seen it before. So that's diecast number 1 of the haul of 7. So only 6 more to go here. This next one is from 2006, the only one I got from that year as well. This one's a pretty cool one. Pretty, if you know I'm a fan of the driver, you probably obviously know that I have to have this one. It's Tony Stewart's Old Spice Busch car. Well, is it Busch? It's like, yeah, it's a Busch car. But, yeah, either way, Busch Series nationwide, the 33 Kevin Harvick Incorporation for Tony Stewart and Old Spice. Let's get this thing out of here as well. This also reminds me that I did end up getting my Chase Briscoe Old Spice Talladega car signed this year as well, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get into this one. Once I put this box right there. Alright, so this is Tony Stewart's Old Spice car. Pretty simple and sleek design. It's really cool. I mean, one of his best schemes ever, in my opinion. I wish that Briscoe ran this as like a throwback, maybe if they kept Old Spice for a whole season. And fun fact, I think Ryan Preece is running the Wonder Bread car again at Talladega, because I've been seeing some posts on Wonder Bread, and they have the new logo, SHR logo, on their shirt that they're giving away, so that's something to watch down the road here once they get to Talladega in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure if Old Spice is going to go back to Briscoe on that weekend, but we'll find out And honestly, if they were on the Dark Horses, that'd be really pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really neat scheme. A lot of people only know this one because it flipped at Talladega. But either way, it's a really sweet scheme. It's got that really cool red finish. It's got nothing on the deck lid. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much that diecast for 2006 Tony Stewart Old Spice in the Busch Series. So it was the Busch Series at this point. We have 4 more diecasts left, not including this one that I just grabbed. This one's a pretty rare one, I'd say. There's only like a couple of them on eBay. This is Kevin Harvick's 2011 Patriotic Budweiser scheme. This was kind of an instant pickup for me because I know how hard it is to get. Because it's another cool Car of Tomorrow-ish scheme, so let me make sure this isn't stuck in here. Alright, there we go. Alright. And this beauty is in the white box for the first time. And look at that. Already shining through here. This beautiful car. Stars all over the place. As you can imagine. And this one's a pretty cool car. And I think I had this as a throwback before in our 2003 league, so pretty cool to add this one to the collection as well. Especially because it's one of the rare ones from Harvick's career, at least. And there's only like, what, 3 listings of them on eBay. This one's a pretty sweet one. I definitely like the, I really do like the stars on this. Makes it really cool. Some of it on the roof as well. But yeah. Pretty sweet one for 2011. The only one I had of that year. And I believe, I only got one of every year. Well, not every year, but every, like, couple of years that, this year, because I didn't even get a duplicate of, like, 2006 or 12 or anything. Next up is 2014. This is Jeff Gordon's 2014 Panasonic Toughbook car. I believe he ran at Texas that year. I could be wrong. And as you can imagine, this was probably costed a little bit because of how rare it is. And it was way over the $100 price range. So that's something as well. So yeah, this is the Jeff Gordon car that I was speaking of that I got this year. I don't think he was even there at Watkins Glen this year. Neither was Dale Earnhardt Jr., so I got pretty lucky last year to see Dale. Because he was at a wedding when Connor Zilisch won, so I did not get to see him this year. But yeah, this one's a pretty sweet car. It's got a little, I actually didn't notice this, like, black streak here at first on the render, on the box. So I wasn't sure if this was the right one I was looking at. So, but yeah, it's got, like, Panasonic and, like, a different shades of blue and white as well. It's pretty cool. Like a little white gradient going on there as well. This one's a pretty sweet one to add to the collection. I just thought it was cool. And obviously it's rare, so it's not like I'll ever see this scheme again. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Alright. Now is when we get into the only real 2 rare, very rare cars that I got this year. This next one is probably my favorite add to the collection. By far from this weekend at Watkins Glen. Been looking for this diecast for years and years and years, and I finally came across it. Got a very good deal on it. It is, let me close this back up for a second, because I keep forgetting to show it. Tony Stewart's 2016 Coca-Cola throwback. The final Coca-Cola diecast produced, I believe, before they got that licensing from another diecast company, and they were no longer interested in NASCAR diecasts. So, this one's a pretty special one to have, and especially because it's Tony Stewart's final year in NASCAR. So this is pretty cool to add to the collection. And the Tony Stewart shrine that I'll have one day. Now that I have like 2 or 3 of his rarest cars. And let's take a look here. This is really a badass diecast. And I'm super, super happy I was able to find this and got a good deal for it as well. Because, like I said in the past, nothing beats Watkins Glen deals at the vendors. And this is no different. And this is one of the craziest ads I've ever gotten in my entire life, other than his Sonoma win. And yeah, this is really cool. I love this car. Really good design. Well, it's a throwback to one of the old Coca-Cola cars. I can't remember at the top of my head at the moment, but I know it's a really famous Coca-Cola car. And this is just like really, really cool. I can sleep at night knowing I have this one of my favorite throwbacks maybe ever, and it's right here and in my hands, and this is just amazing. I'll probably do a review on this one day. I said that last year, but I ended up not doing a review on any of them, so we'll see how far that goes. But I might actually do one this year on this one, because this diecast is so cool. I love it. But without a doubt, this one's my favorite ad of the weekend at Watkins Glen. Now we move on to 2018. This is 6 out of 7, so we have one more after this, and then the haul is over. This one's a pretty cool one. This actually ran at Watkins Glen in 2018. You might know it if you guessed Kyle Busch's Crunchy Mint, M&M's fan vote winner from 2018. I think he only ran this at Watkins Glen only once ever. So, and I know that I would never have gotten it in the future anyway. So I thought I might as well grab it anyways. But here it is. As you guys know, I love mint. Some of you anyway. Some of you know I love mint. I love everything mint. Whether it be ice cream or candy or whatever, drinks. And also seeing this in person, and it running at Watkins Glen in 2018 also makes this ad pretty special. As you see, it is the winning flavor in the fan vote. So this one is a pretty cool ad to the collection as well. As you guys already know, I've added a couple Kyle Busch diecasts recently. By the way, I have his Texas truck win pre-ordered as well, so you'll definitely see a bit more Kyle Busch than you probably ever expected on my channel here. But yeah, this is a really cool ad. I like this one. I'm glad to have it here. Oh, the only one thing that makes me a little bit upset is this little, like, dark green stripe on the hood flap right there. I don't know if that's like a scrape or something, but other than that, it's good to have this one in the collection as well. Especially because I saw it in person. And we move on to the last diecast of the haul, which is from this year. So now you guys understand why this haul is so short. Because I got pretty expensive cars this year. And honestly, in my personal opinion, there really wasn't that big of a selection as there was last year. But I know that on Saturday, on the last day, there was a tent full of diecasts. Literally, right when after I got the Kyle Busch and Jeff Gordon car. And I think I checked on Friday, too, at that tent, because he wasn't full yet. And then Saturday, it was completely full, so I have no idea what was there. But I I saw a couple of new cars on Friday, but I don't know what was there on Saturday because he finally filled that whole tent up. Because for the whole week, basically, from Wednesday when we got there to Thursday when we were last there before he was even unpacked some of the diecasts, there was literally nothing there. So I was like, you know what? Is there going to be anything there this year? And I already spent like a couple of dollars on the Tony Stewart card and stuff. So at that point, it kind of pissed me off that he was a little bit late. But room for next year, I guess, for more diecasts to be added. But other than that, let's get right into the final diecast of this haul. I shouldn't have been stuck. But it's I didn't even show you the box, but it's fine. It's AJ Allmendinger's 2024 Mountain Dew and Cheetos car. I think I talked about this once on the channel already, that I was going to pre-order it, but I ended up not being able to do that. But instead, it's here in the Watkins Glen haul video. Kind of ironic I'm doing this right now because it was just announced that Daniel Hemrick is going to have Mountain Dew and Doritos on his car this weekend at Bristol as well. So hopefully it's a different design than this. Hopefully it's got red on it. Hopefully it's got, like, I don't know. Because, honestly, this design isn't anywhere as good as Justin Haley's last year. I still think it's sweet because I used Cheetos as a sponsor in NL 2003, and I love Mountain Dew as well, so it's a pretty good combo for a diecast, even as a paint scheme. And it was like Cheetos' first time ever sponsoring a car since, you know, the movie, Herbie Fully Loaded. But other than that, it was like Cheetos' first time ever being in NASCAR, so that was definitely really cool. And now I don't know if this is Doritos' first time being on a car. One little thing that does bother me here. See if I can get this. Right there. It's not the R that's supposed to be struck. That's correct. The R is supposed to be like that. The A is not supposed to have an outline. But on the diecast it does. Because on the real life car, the A does not have an outline at all. The R is correct. But the A is not supposed to have one. It's supposed to be just like the R. But on this car, it has an outlined A. And on the other side, it's got an outlined O as well. So, I'm not sure if that's a Lionel error or something that the artist sent in or something. But that's really odd. That's not supposed to happen. At least I can imagine. But yeah, that was nothing like the real car. But yeah, this is an okay scheme. It's not like a 10 out of 10. I just think it's really cool because it has Cheetos on it. And Mountain Dew. I wish it was like better designed. Like maybe like a green on one half and orange and yellow on the other half. Or something. Something like Haley's car maybe. Like just two different combos of designs. Hopefully we get something good for Daniel Hemrick's scheme this weekend. But I think Colleague's going to reveal it maybe tomorrow or later tonight. I don't think there's any reason to do it later tonight. It's already 8:30 as the time I'm recording this, so maybe tomorrow they'll reveal that car. Alright. And that'll do it here for the haul 2024 Watkins Glen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe. Turn on notification bells so you don't miss an upload, especially if you like diecast reviews. I think the next one that I have coming in is a Josh Berry diecast. I had talked about that on the last diecast video that I did, but I completely forgot there was going to be a Watkins Glen haul at that point. But yeah, that'll probably be the next one after this. And yeah, we'll see you gamers next time. Have a great day, gamers.